I'm here. Finally. Finally. The captain has come back to YouTube. Alrighty then. Cancel. So how's everybody? Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Let's get into it. Almost Here is right. There is Picard season 3 starting tonight. Happy Picard Eve. And it's funny that we're so excited for this, considering how much seasons 1 and 2 absolutely bombed and let us down, and how we've basically said, besides Discovery, Picard has been the worst new Trek since new Treks existed. So I'm glad that we actually have something to look forward to. Hopefully it doesn't disappoint. So, yeah, we're going to see how this goes. Much love to you, Captain Foley. Thank you, Mike P. Live long and prosper. Foley, I'm here. Yes, TNG Season 8, exactly. I keep saying if it's half as good as everyone is saying, it'll be okay. That's very true. That is very true, yeah. Fleetpod, how appropriate that I get a Picard trailer for a show about Picard. Nice. Oh, nice. Salty Heathen, Nanu. Dustin D, the Nexus. No, I kind of know how Moriarty got out of his holodeck jail, and Vatic Soren. The Nexus. Now I kind of know how Moriarty. That wouldn't be that, but Hezra says, I'm excited. Hopefully it's good. Yes, this is true. I'm doing drinks if anybody's interested, doing $20 super chat shots of Di Serona, also drinking some Corona. This is a celebration. Let's party. I can't wait to see this. I know. Can they turn up to the light by 30% to 50% in Picard? The scenes are a little dark. I will say that. Fleetpod, ooh, YouTube upgraded again. I don't like it. Did it really? What's different now? Super excited for Trekyards to do those ship breakdowns, and we will continue to do those till the end of time. Don't you worry. Olivia says, so I am driving military to the fort and to spend the night there tonight. I'll drop off the recruits at 2 a.m. the same time the episode drops. Nice. Are you going to get a chance to watch it? Sir, it's a new flagship coming in. It's the USS Okie Dokie. Hezra is looking forward to seeing Worf. Yes. Yes, indeed. New Yorker in Vegas. I think it drops at 12:01 p.m. Pacific time. I'm staying up. Yeah. It's like 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'm going to stay up and see if I can see it then too. Are you going to watch the new show called York? No, I will not. Very likely not. I got here roughly on time for a change, says Captain Robert April. This is good. Spike Psycho, like the Neo Constitution, but its saucer is weird. Also, nacelle's too small. I also hate that it's called the Neo Constitution class. I think that's just fucking stupid. We better see more, and god damn it. Hello, Geraldine. Fleet Pass switched back. More with the chat options. Shows all or top comments. Just threw me for a loop for a second. Okay. Salty Heathen, we want you to create a ship in Trekyards and it becomes a new ship to a new crew. That would be sweet. That would be sweet. Just had Canadian pizza for the first time. Don't know what it was till I ordered it. It's Canadian bacon and pineapple. Oh my god, I almost puked. Canadian bacon and pineapple? That is fucking disgusting. A real Canadian is mushrooms, sausage, pepperoni, and I believe green peppers, and possibly onions. Justin D, I hope that the Enterprise app can be saved, even if it has to be decommissioned and put in dry docks for a major retrofit into the Odyssey Class 2 Enterprise subclass. Mike P, I just hope that all the haters will slow down their roll because we see on screen is the new Trek. Why complain when you can just kick back and enjoy? Because they don't get views or money for not complaining. They need to complain. They need to create a ruckus and be a pain in the ass. At least the Shangri-La class got a mention in the background info. Yes, indeed. Birth defect. Oh, Ozzy says, I also joined as Admiral. You got, so you're Federation Council and Admiral? Birth defect. New YouTube change. Did they bring back the dislike option? I can still see it myself, but yeah. Chase Williams, that is a Supreme Pizza here in the States. It's also Supreme Pizza here. I'm just trying to figure out what the Canadian one is. Oh, it's pepperoni, bacon, mushrooms. Somebody look up Canadian pizza, because I forget what the toppings are. I'm definitely looking forward to Picard Season 3. Can't wait to see how my favorite crew has changed over the years since they were last on the Enterprise. Trekker nut, maple leaf sprinkles, and some syrup. And no, maple syrup does not go on pizza. That's just fucking gross, too. Are they going to show any surviving Galaxy class from the Dominion War and the new Picard? No, but you will see the Galaxy class, I believe. Mr. Captain 93, any big surprises in the first episode, or will it be a slow burn? Well, it's going to start out strong. It's going to start out with a lot of fan appreciation stuff. Canadian pizza here is ham and pineapple. No, that's called a Hawaiian pizza. Captain Robert April, Popcast pretty much threw down the gauntlet regarding the Doomcock wing. You may well be a reason we don't get any more Star Trek at all. Okay, I don't know what that means, but... Let's not destroy the Enterprise too quickly. Enterprise E got its front bumper ruined. That buffed out. Yes, Federation Council and Admiral, and I had Philly steak sandwiches for dinner. It's awesome. I love Philly cheesesteak. Mike P, that's why I follow you and Commander Cockings. You two should have an easy 250,000 subscribers. What are your orders as to how to get more subs? I don't know. We should have that many for sure. We're on a push to get more subscribers right now. We're updating the channel, doing some stuff. So keep your eyes peeled for the changes. Joining the channel helps, all that kind of stuff. But just make sure you're subscribed. Share the videos around. We're going to be making a lot of Picard content, so there'll be a lot of our videos floating around. So. Captain Foley, would you ever consider an extra part on Discovery, Strange New Worlds, Prodigy, or Lord X? Yes, all the above. Classics for real, or classic for real. It's really best for Foley to do the stream by himself when I'm on my 7th blue moon. Psst, don't tell YouTube. Okay, why? The Canadian pizza toppings typically include tomato sauce, mozzarella cheese, bacon, pepperoni, and mushrooms. There you go. Hawaiian pizza was invented in Canada. Trivia. It was actually invented in Montreal by somebody that was born in Portugal. So is it a Canadian invention? I like to think not, because it's fucking disgusting. Chase Williams, Doomcock is a YouTube that is never fucking happy. Yes, New Trek has it just used, but I'm glad we have it. Yes, I'm well aware of who Doomcock is, but yeah. Captain Robert April, I think genuine Hawaiian pizza would involve spam. They're nuts for it. Live reaction tomorrow night. Yes, my first reaction will be tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so check that out. My favorite pizza, charred lamb shreds, red onion, and green peppers. We've already gone off the rails, and we're only 11 minutes in. We're already talking about food here. Dustin D, one Star Trek game that is nearly impossible to place in a standard Trek times, like his Starfleet Command cell phone game, also with PC app. Yeah, it's not very good. Fleet Pow, I have an opinion about the Doomcock wing of things. It's not very kind. Do you like gammon and pineapple, Cap? I don't know what gammon is. Hawaiian pizza was invented by a guy in Michigan. P.S. Hawaiian pizza rocks. Hashtag sorry, not sorry. You can be wrong, that's fine, but you're definitely wrong about the Michigan thing. It was invented in Montreal. I literally just heard that again, confirmed earlier today. So... Are you drinking a Bud Light Lime? No, I'm having a Corona. Extra creamy Spam cubes on a pizza sounds pretty good. Shatner was at the barn last week and we're talking about New Trek. It was a neat convo. Cool. So how long before Fandom Menace has a meltdown about Picard? I'm surprised they haven't already. Gammon is a type of ham. I like ham and I like pineapple. I just don't want them together on a pizza. In no way is that a good idea. Salty Heathen. Well, if the Spam has been boiled first to get all of the sodium out of it. Shovel and Jedi. Captain Foley, what would your replicator menu include? Your favorite dishes? Oh, lasagna, fettuccine Alfredo, double cheeseburgers. I love double cheeseburgers. So lots of pasta. Shepherd's pie, like shepherd's pie. Chicken wings, hot, like spicy chicken wings. Yeah, there would be a lot of... Stop making me hungry. T-minus 5 hours for me. Gammon is like ham steak and it's delicious. Going back to actual Star Trek, hashtag Titan Tuesdays, hashtag Titan Thursdays have been incredible. Yes, they have. Samuel's been doing an awesome job on that. Will Titan have Riker's famous pizza on board? Probably not. JB, what about pizza sauce and cheese on top of a slice of pineapple? That's disgusting. The Phantom Menace really isn't a thing anymore. Nope, because they sucked from the beginning and the cohesion fell apart. Spike Psycho, in Nemesis, if you look carefully, when the E is repaired in dry dock, you can see frames and how thick windows actually are. Dustin D, real Star Trek fans will watch all Trek, even bad Trek, and be hard critic to Star Trek and Star Wars. It's true. I've watched all Star Trek. I will continue to watch all Star Trek regardless. This lends to my theory window. Make transparent metals or artificial crystal reinforced by ship's structural integrity fields. Chase Williams, I think it is time we promote Captain Foley to Admiral and Commander Calkins to Captain. Nope. Replicate some Big Macs. I would do that. I would do that. Don't tease me. $20 super chat shots, by the way, guys, in case you guys want to get me drunk. And I've got Di Serrona tonight. I got a whole bunch of stuff I could do, but finish off this Di Serrona first. So Stuart, you said you like Philly cheesesteaks. Do you have any particular favorite toppings like diced bell peppers or fried onions? Well, yeah, with Philly with Philly cheesesteak, you need the fried green peppers and the fried onions, and that's it. As far as sauces go, I would throw some mayonnaise on that, maybe some mustard, maybe some Dijon mustard, but not too much. I don't want to go too crazy with the toppings. Genuine Alfredo pasta from Italy is actually just melted cheese and butter mixed with pasta cooking water. It's so much better than the creamy base crap. I like the creamy sauce. Dave Duncan is here. Hey, how's it going, Dave? So, it is really the last season. The marketing seems to say that, but it seems like there are rumblings. Some people want to do more. There are rumblings, and yes, it is the last season because they said that going in, they're going to do 3 seasons, that's it. They may do spin-off shows like Star Trek The Forge or Star Trek Worf or whatever after this to continue on with some of the actors. But this is the last one, so. Really liking the Titan A. It's becoming a fan favorite hero ship. Hoping it survives this season. Yes. What do you expect for the first episode of season 3? I don't know. Frontier Day, the decommissioning of the Enterprise F, I think it's all going to be like pretty early. So I think that's what's going to kick it off. Maybe the Starbase with like the fireworks and the Enterprise F going towards it. Captain Foley, what is your take on the Travelers? Are they the Star Trek Time Lords or are they another Q Continuum? Just another species. Nothing special. Zora Share, apparently they wanted Naomi Wildman to be a Fenris Ranger in season 3, but it got cut for time. Would they have pizza at Quark's? I would hope so. Mr. Captain says we need Star Trek Kim Show, Lieutenant Kim Show. Ezra, Alorians are Star Trek Time Lords, not Travelers. What about HP sauce? On a Philly cheesesteak, I don't think I would do that, no. Fleet Paw, $10. Don't let them promote you, don't let them transfer you. Don't let them anything that takes you off the bridge of that ship, because while you're there, you can make a difference. It's true. Dave Duncan, my local liquor store has some 10 Forward vodka I picked up. Cool. Salty Heathen, why don't they make the engines like warp nacelles placed on the inner part of the ship instead of a weak point where they can be sheared off by enemy vessels? Stupidest question I've ever heard. No offense, we've dealt with this a lot. Why are the warp nacelles on spindly pylons? The spindly pylons in the neck are weak points, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, everything is a weak spot on a ship if your shields go down. So you're only as good as your defenses. So they've actually explained this before, they keep the warp nacelles away from the ship to create the waves for the warp bubble. And you got to keep those dangerous things away from the ship. That's how it was explained back in the day during the promotion for the motion picture, where they say that they're like it's like surfboards riding a wave, and you want them far away from the ship. So that's why they're on the struts. General Electric and DuPont pioneered transparent ceramics in 1950. Nice. What items would adorn your ready room, Cap? You're looking at them. Ship models and stuff like that. Yeah. Brandon Carell, $20. Market was good to me today. Have a shot to Cap. Consider for tomorrow. Ooh. Hell yeah. Thank you for the super chat. Give me some Di Serrona. Cheers. It's really uncomfortable. I need a better setup for this. Man, Captain Workdorm's been on that train since before Discovery. Would be cool. One time I found a Klingon ale in a liquor store. It was great years ago. Patrick Stewart is not a young man, people. He's about 10 years younger than Picard, but that means he's still in his 80s, and those years are catching up. HPs for bacon sandwiches. Ooh. Hey, Cap, do you think that a Star Trek Japan style anime would be something interesting to see? I wonder what the space battles would look like. Maybe. I'm not really into the anime, Japanimation stuff. I do have 2 Star Trek manga books in the other room. They're interesting enough, but I mean, it could be interesting for sure, but I'm gonna renew my Paramount subscription now and catch up on Lower Decks till the card comes out. Good idea. Need more Delton characters. Terrence says, now I have a choice to make. I can sit here and watch your show and comment, or on it, or I can watch the Arc. Which one do I do? Go watch the Arc. It's probably more entertaining. Trek or Not, a Trek version of Quantum Leap, where an officer is sent back in time by some higher being to occupy different characters in different Trek time periods to ensure the continuity of the timeline. Ooh, that's interesting. If JJ Trek gets a 4, what would you like to see? Move on to the movie era. I'd like to see the Kelvin people fuck up the movie era. What I gather is that Picard is given 3 seasons like any other show, and like other shows, when they stop at 3, ultimately unsuccessful. Season 1 was so bad they wrapped it up, and 2 and 3 was to fix damage. Captain Robert April, you do not want to be standing right next to an active warp coil. There's also that. I never knew this. Nobody cared to explain this to me until now. About the warp nacelles? Oh, we could go into much more detail about it. We do tech and ships on our channel. Like, we've talked about it multiple times in multiple videos. I just thought it was kind of common knowledge. The way they were blowing through Enterprise is the J 100 years early. Trek or Not. In Trek, humans can live upwards of 150 years old. Why would you spend another 70 years as a pensioner? Get this man a better chair. Don't worry, they will start adding Greek numbers before Enterprise J. Spike Psycho. I want to see a ship with nacelles in the front, like a chariot. Imagine turning Enterprise J around 180. Ew. Dave Duncan, need a GoFundMe to put Stewart into a golem body for real. Yes, please. That would help my back immensely. New Yorker and Vegas, the true Time Lords of Trek are Discovery's massive turbolift shafts. Classic for real. I heard the Excelsior design was inspired by Star Trek Japan. Is that true? Yes, the design aesthetic of the Excelsior is very much that kind of minimalist Japanese aesthetic. So yes, that's what inspired it. Birth defect. I'm confused, but is Picard still a synthetic? If so, does he have the benefits of an android like super strength and whatnot? Yes, he is a synthetic still. They will address that in this season. But no, he does not have super strength. He does not have invincibility nor is he immortal. He basically has all the settings dialed to what he should be. So, no Trek manga. We don't need any more reasons for tentacles in Star Trek. Why are you drinking maple wine? Why aren't you drinking maple wine? You're Canadian. Because that's just stupid. Why would I drink maple wine? Just because you're Canadian? I should be eating like Tim Hortons donuts and having a coffee right now with some maple leaf tattooed on my forehead. Like, come on, guys. The Canada jokes get a little old after a while. We're nice and all, but we can only be pushed so far. Hezraz, if they live to be 150, then why? Then you wouldn't be a pensioner till you're around 110 or 120. or do what Vulcans do and start a new career at the 90s. As an anime fan, I think Trek anime would look good in that 3D, 2D shaded look. Example, Trigun Stampede, thus you can have CGI ships. Trek or not, Picard is 90 and very old with potentially like another 60 years to live. It's true. Speaking of, we only have 52 likes. Can we get more likes? Let's aim for 70 likes. You need a bridge chair for your lives. Thanks to Discovery, we know what the TNG era Kelvin movie would look like a bit. Kind of, yes. Could have stream decks on the arm. Ooh, that'd be cool. Robert April, I want to see Quentin Tarantino's movie. He made it clear that he is not a fan of what JJ came up with. JJ didn't care, and Q was gonna nuke the entire timeline. Will Enterprise F have seatbelts on the bridge? Probably not. Q as in Quentin, not John Delancey. Mr. Captain 93, are you more excited for Picard or Mandalorian? Picard, because it's promising to be something much better than the last 2 seasons. And we're getting the entire TNG crew back, and that excites me. Mandalorian has been consistently good, so I'm just expecting more good to come out of it. So as much as I'm excited for the Mandalorian, I'm more excited for Picard. So we'll see. The first Federation ship with engines in front would be full of sand and hate. Picard is only a Sin-type android with an enlarged prostate. Ice Spine is great. It is, but it's expensive and super sweet. Did you do an episode for the USS Curie or Raging Queen, the Frankenstein fleet from DS9? No, we haven't done a video on those ones. Fleet Paw throws in $2. Listen not to Olivia. Push not the Foley's buttons. Spike Psycho. If human lifespan is doubled, I'd assume slow aging process a tad. 60 is 30s, 120 is 60s. Yeah, that sounds about right. We getting Windows or view screen? I'm getting view screen. That's been confirmed. No bridge window. Very cool chess set, and love the Kirk and Spock behind it. Trekyards, you guys rock. Thank you, Starship of Greatness. Starships of Greatness, you also rock. But thank you. Apparently, the Enterprise F was being decommissioned in the trailer clip, if rumors are to be believed. Yes, it's not a rumor, it's a fact. It was on the Instagram Star Trek logs. The ship has served for 15 years, had some massive systems compromised in the latest mission, and it is being decommissioned as a result. It's also had multiple captains over the course of the 15 years, so. Captain Corky, I'm finally able to be up late enough to participate in one of these. I'm getting ready to start CDL school, so I'll finally catch up on some Captain Foley awesomeness. That is awesome. Welcome. Enterprise E had no seatbelts, but did have handlebars. The Titan A is a nebulous swimmer, maybe linking back to the Briar Patch and the Enterprise E's difficulties in there, perhaps. Dave Duncan, need Alice Eve as Carol Marcus in Star Trek 4? Yes. I hope they make a passing mention of the Cerritos. That would be awesome. They won't. Terrence Childs, why won't you let members of Section 31 join your organization? They're welcome to, we just don't want to know about it. And we shouldn't know about it. We should know you exist because you don't exist. Fleet Paw, congratulations, Captain Corky. From one driver to another, don't let the size of the vehicle intimidate you. Enterprise F, the new Enterprise C, we hardly knew ye. Could the baddies be the Baku and the Sona? It's a distinct possibility, but I sincerely doubt it. Good morning, Captain. Mods, one and all. Hello, Dionysus. What did the Enterprise F ever do to the writers to get Enterprise B treatment? Enterprise F dies of gremlins. JB says, so I have to ask, out of curiosity, Cap, has the last few years of the glass view screens made use in the hologram view screens on first contact lists? Hate the views, holographic view screens. I didn't hate the holographic view screen, really. It kind of made sense. I didn't like it, but I wouldn't say I hated it. Did I hate it less because of the windows? Yes, probably. But, yeah. Grant McGregor, bringing up about that season 3 because I found new shows follow that model. So Lower Decks wrapped up in 3, scared they couldn't hit the high bar of season 4, and Prodigy felt condensed. Okay. Spike Psycho, I don't mind the bridge window. This lends to my theory. Transparent metals are artificially crystal reinforced structure. 500%, 50% tougher. Yeah, I get it. There's no problem with the fucking bridge window, all right? First of all, it's fine. It's a good idea. It's a neat idea. However, Star Trek never fucking had them. Never fucking had them for 50 years until Star Trek 2009. JJ put in a bridge window. Guess what? Every fucking thing since then has had a fucking bridge window. That's not how it works. 2009 was the anomaly. It was the exception to the rule. 50 years of Star Trek history showed us that there are no fucking windows for view screens. It's just a view screen. So that's the issue we have with the bridge windows. We have no problem that they could be strong enough, whatever, have holographic overlays, be able to zoom in. That's fine and dandy. I don't really give a shit. You can still act like a fucking view screen. Problem is, they never existed until 2009. And then since then, practically every fucking new ship has a bridge window. That's the issue we have with it. It's just fucking stupid. Anyway. I don't know why, but I had a feeling we are only seeing the Enterprise F so as to get out of the way for newly designed Enterprise. Probably. Dave Duncan, maybe Laura hooked up with the new crystalline entity. Trek or not, they could have beamed triples aboard Dominion ships. Let nature do its job. Fleetpot, is it bad that even though she's being decommissioned, I still want to see the Enterprise F destroyed? Blow her up into a million tiny little pieces. Warp core breach is a good way, because escape pods. Olivia, someone pushed the Canadians button. Rant alert. Yeah, pretty much. JB, I'm watching this on my big TV, and I felt like my dad was just yelling at me. PTSD. I'm sorry, JB. I'm sorry. Birth defect. Did they ever give a reason in canon on to put the bridge on the top of the saucer, and why put the battle bridge at the top of the neck of the D? It's meant to be in battle if the battle bridge is used. It's one of the 4 design rules that were thought up around the time of the motion picture. One was the saucer, or the bridge has to be loud and proud on the top of the saucer. The reason for that goes back to TOS. Gene Roddenberry wanted people to realize how big the ship was. You see the inside of the bridge all the time. Put the bridge on the top of the ship, you see it from the outside, you know how big the ship is in comparison to people. It's to give a sense of scale. One of the design rules is have the bridge up there like a big S on Superman's chest. That's just a design rule, okay? The reason it was made a design rule is because in the Franz Joseph Technical Manual, the bridge for the Federation class dreadnought is in the middle of the saucer, which Gene Roddenberry helped Franz Joseph with that book. They had a falling out before the motion picture. So when the motion picture rolled around, the design rules came into play. One is that the bridge should be located on the top of the saucer. Totally debunks the Federation class. One of the other design rules is all the warp nacelles must be in pairs. So no odd numbers, no 3 nacelles, no single nacelles. That debunks the Celadon class, the Hermes class, and the Federation class dreadnought. Just to debunk Franz Joseph's work. Basically, Gene Roddenberry was a dipshit and a cunt. And because he had a disliking of somebody, or an argument with somebody, a disagreement with somebody, he made these fucking 4 design rules to debunk his work. So, yeah, one design rule is the bridge has to be on top. Next is the Bazaar collectors need line of sight to the front of the ship so that they can collect hydrogen, which is fine. The third design rule is more than 50% of the inner parts of the nacelles must be able to be in line of sight of each other. So it can't be blocked by a secondary hull or anything like that, which also debunks the Federation class dreadnought because those nacelles sat lower and were kind of blocked. And then, yeah, the fourth rule was all the engines have to be in pairs. You could have 4 nacelles, 2 sets of 2, but you can't have 3 or 1. So, yeah, it was just because Gene Roddenberry was a bit of a petty man. I'm honestly curious to see what Patrick Stewart meant in his interviews when he said there would be a passing of the torch to the younger guy, the new kid. It's going to be like the next generation of the next generation. The captain knows what he's talking about. This channel, YouTube channel, started for ships. He studies his stuff. He knows his stuff. Thank you, Hezraz. Trek or not. In fact, there are schematics where sensors and systems are placed between the view screen and the outer hull. But yes. And even going back to the cage, there is a black triangle on the front of the bridge module from the outside of the ship. Gene Roddenberry wanted to point out that it was not, in fact, a window. He didn't want everybody to think it was a window. That's why when the show went into production, the black box went away because he didn't want people thinking it was just a window. It was a technically advanced view screen on the inside. So the black rectangle on the outside of the cage Enterprise is in fact a sensor palette for collecting information. So it's not a window. Never has been, never will be. Fleet Pod, $2. Rant alert, all hands to rant stations. It's very accurate. Cosmo, can decommissioned also mean that when the ship is like badly destroyed, or would it actually say destroyed in the file? Well, when a ship is badly destroyed to the point where they don't want to refit it or repair it, they will decommission it. So I don't know what you mean specifically. So yes, badly destroyed would equal decommissioning, which would mean it was retired. It wasn't destroyed, it was retired. Big twist of Picard Season 3 is that Laura travels back to the 21st century, adds Reloaded to his name, and becomes big on YouTube. Oh, good God. Die, Enterprise F. I will burn your heart in a fire. JB, is it just me or did the villain from Star Trek, or for Season 3 Picard, look like Frau from Austin Powers? Like a clearance television. Yes, it absolutely looks like her. 100%. I sort of wonder if they're going to make a spin-off of A Next Generation for Picard Season 3. They keep alluding to passing the torch and all. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Well, the Galaxy X has 3 nacelles, but that was done after the design rules. That was one that slipped through that, yeah, they just wanted to show advancement in tech. Also, technically the Defiant doesn't follow the design rules because there's no line of sight between its nacelles because they're actually embedded in the hull. There could be conduits or corridors throughout going from one nacelle to the other, so that it does have line of sight, but any rules regarding the sick bays and transporter rooms? Not specifically, no. Yeah, the writers are literally telling this Enterprise F off. Roddenberry was a cunt. Hail, anti-trekker. Matt Boardman gifted 5 Trekyards memberships. So, Dionysus, Trekkernaut, Eric Sween, Captain Casey Stewart, and Armando Rodriguez have all been gifted a membership by Matt Boardman. So, thank you, Matt, for that. Welcome all you ensigns to the channel. Trekkernaut, you've been gifted a membership before. Why aren't you just a member, my friend? You're always here. Can't wait for the episode to air. Me either. wonder if the transporter can be operated via voice commands. Imagine saying computer one to be a beam one up. Yes, it can be actually. Captain Robert April. It says right in the writer's guide, the view screen is not a window. Exactly. They voice command transportation on DS9 regularly. Yes. If you're ever tired of being an ambassador to Federation Section 31 has a place for you, thank you, Terrence. My text got censored. I couldn't swear word Captain said in text. Well, I still think Gene was an inspiration for making Ferengi a profit-obsessed merchant race. Robert April, decommissioned just means it's pulled from active service. U.S. Navy has plenty of decommissioned ships that are perfectly okay, just held in reserve. I think there's going to be a new USS Enterprise before too long, hence getting rid of the... could see the Enterprise G at the end of this series, at the end of this season, who knows? Just a brain fart I had. What if the Enterprise F came home from an important mission and for some reason Vadic comes blazing in and one shot Enterprise F? Far-fetched, I know. It is far-fetched considering it's being escorted by a bunch of other ships to a starbase that has a bunch of other ships waiting there. So if she comes in and blasts it, she must have a pretty powerful ship to not get annihilated. What Star Trek shows do you like watching after a long day at work? I'm currently watching Deep Space Nine. All of them. Any of them. The villain from Season 3 reminds me of Ruafo a little bit. Pretty sure Voyager doesn't have line of sight either. Not when they're tilted. No, because the inner chiller grills are supposed to face each other. Having bridge on top allows ships to have its module replaced with consecutive refits. Second, if you assume bridge is vulnerable, simply turn the vessel away from enemy fire. Nemesis did that. Yes, that's the other thing. The bridge modules are plug and play, literally. Like, they can pull out a bridge module and put in a new one, and all the connections for all the stations are there. It just plugs in. It's designed on a starbase or on a off-world or on a planet. And so you can design new modules and just swap them in for when you go into dry dock. So, have you guys seen the new preview clip on Cinema Blend? I have not, no. Vintage Computer Custodian. Hey all, I am in Australia land, so I'm bad with American time zones. When would I expect to see it available here? Well, it's... in about 5 hours it'll be released here, so it'll be the same for you. 5 hours from whenever now is. I like the Voyager cap officer. Why I can't think of the name, because it was next to the bridge facing forward of the window. That's one of the video. Dave Duncan, we had a decommissioned ship in a naval museum in Buffalo that started to sink. Terrence Childs, are you going to watch Fast and Furious Part 13? Probably not. Not right away. I'll watch it sometime when it's like been out for 5 years. Classic for real. They designed new bridge modules to have windows because LOL. Matt Jeffries was a big fan of modular designs. Yes, he was. Mark, member for 30 months at the rank of Ensign. Welcome, Ensign. Hello, everyone. I'm ready for this thing to air. Yes, indeed. Spike Psycho. Also, having bridge atop allows independent auxiliary, independent shield grid, independent life support, independent computer processing, and independent sensors. Plus, in some iterations from Beta Canon, that bridge module and the BC deck, the two right beneath it, are actually can be detached from the ship and become a lifeboat for the bridge crew. Australia isn't real, so don't worry about the time. Yeah, we all know you're just paid shills. You're paid by NASA. You live in Houston. Australia doesn't exist. Come on now. Colin Barrett, I had wondered what a bridge under the saucer would look like. Then the USS Shenzhou came along. Now we know. It's true. I don't have a problem with that, actually. Fleet Paw, I have an opossum in my garage. It walked by me, got scared, played possum, and then got up and walked away when I left. So who's staying up? I am. Daniel Vance. Maybe Picard Season 3 unlocks early with data security code 17347632146C3278977776743T V32V31 V7311788873247678976436676. Holy shit. Vintage Computer Australia, indeed. Australia is a figment of our imaginations. Fleet Paw, ugly fucker, but they eat ticks. So it's good by me. Oh, the possum, or you. Definitely staying up to watch Picard, yes. Dionysus, do you know where I saw 3 bridges in the Connie? The main one, the one in the center of the saucer, and the one at the front of the engineering hall. Was that a Joseph design? Yes, that was a Franz Joseph design. I think those are the TOS Enterprise blueprints. I actually have them here. There is an auxiliary bridge, like a battle bridge, just behind the main deflector in the secondary hull, yes. Did Trekyards get early viewing like some other YouTubers? No, we didn't want it, and we didn't think to apply for it, so we didn't get it. No, they don't just hand them out. They say, hey, you guys, do you want this? You have to like fill out paperwork and apply for it and get approved. So we didn't do that. General Grievous, the reason they could sneak the Galaxy X past Roddenberry is he was dead. All Good Things started production March 11th, 1994. Gene Roddenberry died October 24th, 1991. It was an easy sneak. Oh, don't be sorry, Daniel Vance. I like reading the access code. I used to be really good at it. I kind of fumbled it there, but... Armando, hi Cap, I was wondering, do all ships have battle bridges, or is it just some ships? The larger heavy cruisers and stuff have battle bridges. Every ship has an auxiliary control room or like an emergency bridge. But yeah, not every ship has a battle bridge. The third nacelle was slapped on specifically to tweak us tech nerds. Yes. Captain Corky, the only thing I'm really worried about this final season is I really think they're going to kill off at least one of the TNG cast. I don't know. Personally, I think losing Data was enough. Troy can go. I don't really care. So can Crusher, honestly. Yeah. Odd-numbered nacelles, maybe. However, it's consecutive. Even number of warp coils, 3 nacelles, 4 coils. Why? Starfleet is always experimenting with eccentric warp design, subspace geometries. Yeah. And even if you want to believe the pairs rule, you can have 2 sets of warp coils inside a single nacelle. They just have to be strung beside each other. Smaller warp coils contained within 1 nacelle, but in 2 rows. So smaller warp coils, slower speed. No problem with that. You can definitely still make it work if you really want to, put the pairs rule into effect. Battle bridges on ships that can separate? Pretty much, yeah. Carlos A. Smith. Hello, Captain. I have no high expectations for Picard. The earlier promo pics showed us a lot of dark areas on the set. The uniforms looked dull and they got buried in the shadows, but I'll watch it. Fleet Power, $2. 3 cheers for Data's access code from hell. Huzzah! LOL. The woman! Project Achieva. Some of the people who have seen 6 episodes or all have hinted that the last 2 episodes will make you cry. I think the Forge is going to bite it. I wonder, could a holodeck be used as an auxiliary control room? I would say yes, probably. But if you lose power, then you don't have the luxury of an auxiliary control room is you can access different parts of the ship kind of manually. If you lose power to the holodeck and your whole simulation goes down, you're kind of screwed. So There's no convenience there of having a auxiliary control room that you can't use. The previews kind of seem like it's saying that Troy isn't making it, which means she probably will, which sucks. I'm surprised no one has leaked info from those 6 episodes. I'm modeling a new ship that does something different with the nacelle, says Trekyards. Nice. The USS Kelvin has one oversized warp nacelle and must have 2 sets of warp coils. Could be, or it could just be that the Paris rule is fucking bullshit, because the Hermes class and the Saladin class are both single nacelled ships in the Franz Joseph TOS era, and they work just fine. So, yeah, the Paris rule is just a bunch of bullshit. That's a more accurate answer. But the Voyager was capable of warp 9 plus. Yeah, the Voyager was the fastest ship at the time. The thinking behind the even-numbered nacelle rule is spelled out pretty clearly in the old spaceflight chronology. In the sad tale of the USS Tritium. Technically, they already killed Picard because Shawan and Kurtzman had no clue how to tell their butt from their elbows when they wrote season 1. It's true. I always thought the bridge was on top just because some treaty or something like that. Maybe hiding the bridge felt more suspicious to other alien races and less successful peace talks. No, it's not why. It's because we want to know where the heroes are on the ship when they're flying through space, and they're always on the bridge. Therefore, you get a sense of scale of the ship when you see the bridge on top of the Enterprise, because you know what the inside looks like. Broccoli already used the holodeck as a bridge. Spike Seiko, look at automobile designs. Some really bizarre designs in the name of aerodynamics. Dymaxion car, Mercedes A concept, Ford GT90, Bugatti Chiron. Captain Corky, they just gave me a scary thought. A Assume-type android possessed by Badgie. Project Ativa, de-age Picard, and flashbacks were mentioned by people who have seen season 3. Ooh, scary. Fleetpaw, I was under the impression the bridge was on top because those Starfleet ships are heavily armored. The exposed command center indicates peaceful intentions. No, that's why there's no visible weapons on the TOS Enterprise, because peace. That's why you don't know where the fucking weapons are in the TOS Enterprise. That soon went away, though. So, no, that's not why it's on top. It's not a stupid design element. Like, we want to appear peaceful. Let's make ourselves let's make the most important part of the ship the most vulnerable. No, that's not why. I also hope Worf makes it. Nah, don't care. Sergeant Montgomery, doesn't Worf look a little old for 64 plus year old Klingon? Don't they live 200 years? Yes, what makes him look old, though? I'm asking you this question. What makes him look old? The fact that his hair is white? That could be a choice. His face doesn't look any older than any of the other ones. The only ones that look old to me are Troy and Crusher and Picard. Everybody else looks damn good, except for Brent. But yeah, Michael Dorn looks fantastic as Worf. Just the white hair is what's throwing you, and that could just be a choice. Simple as that. David Borach, odd-numbered nacelles equipped ships are weird. I disagree. I really like odd-numbered nacelled ships. You got to stick the bridge somewhere, and the lead designer and executive producer were both old pilots, so that's also true. Fleetpaw, some Klingons age faster, just like humans. He'll probably still be kicking ass at 150, just like Core Canyon Kalos. Captain Corky, I think Klingons have a lifespan only slightly longer than humans. I could be wrong, but it seems to remember something like that. No, their lifespan's about 150, I think 160. Well, maybe more than that, because humans live to be about 150 in the future. So maybe close to 200, yeah. It's on top because warships had their bridges on top. They're bringing back Tom Hardy in season 3. No, they're not. Michael Dorn lost weight. He is a veggie eater now, so yeah, he looks older than usual. Terry Metalis also mentioned a love story between Picard and Beverly. Hezrez, can't Klingons live as long as Vulcans are older? But due to warrior lifestyle, only make it to 80 or 90. The older are esteemed. Pretty much, yes. They become Dahar masters. Spike Psycho. Alien ships don't follow nacelle orientation rule. Zindi, Delta Quadrant. In many cases, human ship nacelles are based 200 years conservative technology. Your nacelles, just pop them off and replace them. I don't care how many nacelles a ship has as long as they are attached. Here we go with this shit. Robert April, you guys are aware that Michael Dorn shaves his head these days, right? And he doesn't actually have those forehead ridges. He looks older because they want him to look older. I want to say the Klingon lifespan is 160 to 175. Give me 2 shakes. I will check. Go do that, Fleetbot. Birth defect. They don't have bridges on top of naval warships, though. LOL. Some, but not all. Dave Borash. My brother started going gray in his 20s, and Steve Martin has had white hair forever. Yeah, so I don't think Worf looks old at all. If anything, he looks the most like he used to out of all of them, except for the white hair. I wish they wouldn't have gone white hair. I wish they would have gone more gray, but yeah. I got my first white hair in my early 20s. Most of my hair is still blonde at 33. People are just dramatic. They think old gray hair is the end. Look closely, you'll find some. My hair is gray, but you can't tell because I've been a dirty blonde my whole life. I got a gray streak right here, which kind of shows up in this light. I've got a really gray streak right here in the front, which only shows up under very specific lighting. So, yeah. This is the way. Shave Michael Dorn, head, hair, Cupid play, and alternative Star Trek. What? I think another reason that Worf looks so weird to you guys is because his mustache goes all the way across, whereas every time we saw him in TNG and DS9, underneath his nose was always shaved, and he just had the side bit. So now it goes straight across, which makes it look odd. People don't know what exactly is wrong, but that's what it is. It's one of the things it is. The bridge of an actual boat is up top, with a very clear view of the area. After all, that's where you're steering the ship, even aircraft carriers. Remember, when COVID was at its height, all the celebrities suddenly had gray in their hair? LOL. Cap knows where it's at. Dirty blondes unite. Pacha. Yes. I mean, I'm staying up tonight for this. I'm excited. I hope I'm not too excited. I hope I don't have my expectations too high. It's got a real pain in my chest. Hold on. That's really weird. Anyway, I'm done now. So yeah, I'm going to stay up and check it out at 3 a.m. my time. And then tomorrow we got a lot of filming to do. We're not doing a live at 4. We will be doing the standard thing where I do my live first reaction at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night. So join me for that. And then on Friday, we'll be doing our same old thing. So we'll do the full episode review on Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If it's a really good episode and there's lots to talk about, which could be the case and probably likely is, we might start an hour early or go an hour late. Might be a 3-hour live instead of a 2. We'll have to see. But I want you guys to join us for that, if you're able to. That's Lola. She's dreaming. And breathing, honey. Lola. Load a bean. She's still out. So it's not me farting. Fuck. Anyway. My replicator menu: authentic Italian food, beef Wellington, Yorkshire pudding, and roast vegetables and wild rice. Nice. Fleetpaw: I can't find specifics, only that they live over 150 years. I would imagine an estimate of 160 to 175 is accurate or close to accurate. Worf's facial hair is awesome and different. Looks better than TNG and DS9. Have fun, Cap. I will be working probably when the live comes out tomorrow. I hate missing lives. We hate that you missed them too. I miss those Picard speeches, don't you? Yes. Robert April: granted, with a carrier, all you're doing for the most part from the bridge is steering the ship. All the major decisions are being made down below at the command and control. See the reboot of Galactica. Captain Corky: I think my brain was low balling Klingon age simply on the logic that most of them die in glorious battle. Project Achieva: it's supposedly jam-packed with deep-cut references and Easter eggs. Probably tons to cover for Trekyards. Yes, we've been told that. We're going to be spoiled for choice, and we're going to cover all of it. But it's a ship porn extravaganza, apparently. And, yeah, we're going to be busy. We've been told by people behind the scenes. General Grievous: I've been a dirty blonde my whole life. Oh, my. Birth defect: there are about 30 feet of deck above the bridge on aircraft carriers. Fleetpaw: my hair has started to go gray. I shaved my head, so it's not noticeable, but I also started going bald at 18, so there's that. So he knows he goes bald because he doesn't shave his pubic hairs very often, and they are gray. So there you have it, officially from Fleetpaw. 93 likes. Let's get 7 more likes to get to 100. I'd really appreciate that. We're very late on super chats this evening, so I'm probably going to wrap it up soon. I was hoping to get more, kind of more of a celebration vibe. So if you want a super chat, please feel free. I will drink with you guys, but if not, I'm going to wrap it up soon and go do some other things. But I really wanted to hang out with you guys and kind of get your excitement levels up and see where you're at excitement-wise. And it's good to see that everybody's kind of on the same page, excited and cautiously optimistic is probably fair to say. As we like to say going into things here at Trekyards, cautiously optimistic is the way to go. But knowing what we know and talking to who we talk to, we're pretty confident that this is going to be a good season. Remember the episode in DS9 where Jadzia and those Klingon legends? Those guys would be close to 200 or even a bit older. It'll be interesting to see. They keep hinting that we will see characters we don't expect. Perfect. So, Mr. Raven Production says Picard was born in 2305, Riker in 2335, Warp in 2340, Crusher in 2324, Geordi in 2355, Troy in 2336, and Data in 2338. Okay. General Grievous: I'd estimate Klingons' lifespan around the Vulcans, but maybe a bit below Vulcans. Lots and lots of content to come for us to enjoy then. Who said I had those? Captain Corky: you just don't see a lot of Klingons with AARP benefits. Coincidence? U.S. Navy commissioning new class of frigates, Constellation. I'm petitioning to have one named Stargazer. Oh, T'Pol would be way too old by this point. She'd be dead. She would be dead. She would be dead. She would be pretty old in Strange New Worlds, for Christ's sakes, because that's like, TOS happens about 80 years after the events of Enterprise. So considering she was already like 30, 40 at the outside, plus another 80, I mean, math is 120. So there's no way that she's living to Picard time. If she does, she'd be super ancient, like barely standing upright. But yeah, no T'Pol. T'Pol was 68 in Enterprise. Oh, that's true. That's true. She was. In some non-canon, T'Pol is still alive during the early time of TNG. Dionysus says, I'm excited. I'm rereading the Sweeney series and the second trial of Captain Kirk in the comics. Then I'll be getting into the Mirror Universe series where David comes back. How old was Spock's father when he died? Sarek, I believe, was 180, 182, something like that when he died. Birth defect. Oh shit, I forgot how old she was in Enterprise. I was guessing on the early mid-20s. Yeah, me too. But you're right, she was in her 60s. T'Pol. T'Pow. We're not talking about T'Pow, we're talking about T'Pol. Oh, Sarek was 202. Well, there you go. Vulcans only go for 200 to 210. She'd be over 300 by Picard Season 3. He was 202 in the episode, Sarek. Well, there you go. Some non-canon says T'Pau lived to the age of 265 because of Vulcan secrecy. Mostly, though, she passed. Most thought she already passed. We're not talking about T'Pau, though. I know T'Pau was in Enterprise and in Amok Time. I get it. We're talking about T'Pol. So, anyway, yeah, lots of Easter eggs, lots of references, lots of things being stuck in there, lots of fan service, but in this case, it's not fan service. It's more of giving the fans what we've wanted and what we've asked for, because honestly, we haven't gotten what we've asked for since 2009. We've been spoon-fed, or in fact, actually fed with a fucking dump truck, things we didn't want for the most part. Yes, we did ask for a Pike series. Yes, we did get that. Awesome. There's a small victory. But generally, they've given us what they think we wanted or what they wanted to give us, not what the fans actually wanted. So Terry Matalas is taking this season to actually correct that, give the fans things they want to see, callbacks, canon, references, and do a good job of it. And treat the characters like they should be treated. In this case, this season should have been season 1 of Picard, in my opinion. Kind of like a continuation of TNG. Have the original cast back, introduce new characters, then in season 2 of Picard, filter out some of the TNG cast, have them do their thing, have some of the cast we got introduced to in season 1 take more of a prominent role, introduce a few more, so that by season 3 of Picard, we would have just Picard, maybe, and then the new cast. And you'd actually grow to like the new cast. Whereas they did it completely bass-ackwards, as the saying goes, and they fucked the dog and gave us a shit season 1, which we didn't want. We wanted TNG season 8, which is what this season is promising to be, this season 3. But we should have had that in season 1 of Picard. So, anyway. That's my rant for now. Michael Snyder is a 380, so there's that. Well, there you go. Peter the Caco, I know a turtle that's older than Sarek. Lower Decks gave us a fuck ton of references and Easter eggs, yes. And they did it beautifully. We love all of them. Hezraz, I know, Captain. LOL, we need T'Pol in Strange New Worlds or some Trip. Not actually being dead. Trip's not dead. Fleet Pod, Denobulans are about the same as Vulcans, I think. Phlox was in his 60s in Enterprise. General Grievous, if T'Pol lived into TOS era, I would say she probably didn't live much longer than the mid to late motion picture era. I would agree, yes. Dave Duncan, I miss it when Picard didn't have a traumatic childhood. I know, right? I just wish there would be more than 10 episodes for this correction. Well, to be on the plus side of that, each episode is 50 minutes long or longer. So they're all over like I think we mentioned this earlier. In season 2 of Picard, there was like a 38-minute long episode. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, so yeah, we've got length in these episodes. So. Has anyone heard of the funny ending of Picard that people want? Archer taking off VR goggles and going, "That is crazy, LOL. Justice for Enterprise. Never happened, but funny." General Grievous, well, it's possible Archer survives to see a Connie Enterprise, it seems, at least in Kelvin timeline. Yes, the theory is that Archer did in fact survive to see the first Constitution-class ship launch. He was president of the Federation for quite a number of years. Yeah. Love Lower Decks, looking forward to season 4. Absolutely. Spike Psycho, ships from Starship Troopers made me giggle. Massive, huge energy weapons, but no shields. Honestly, if we went with today's tech, we could make massive fucking energy weapons, but shielding technology is a bit out of our reach right now. Shielding technology and anti-grav units, not really something we can do. So I have no problem believing that massive energy weapons would be a thing with no shielding. We would just armor the shit out of things. In one non-canon trip, and T'Pol had kids, got back together, lived the rest of their lives on Vulcan. Mark says, I think Archer died the day after the Connie launched. Yeah, something like that. Define it, Mr. Raven Productions. Not sure if I should stay up for Picard Season 3 premiere tonight or get a few hours of sleep. Do both. Go to lay down for a nap now, wake up, watch it, and then go back to sleep. If we listed in his bio that he was on the monitor screen in Inamir Darkly, that he died shortly after launch of the Enterprise. Oh, it was listed in his bio from Inamir Darkly. There you go. That's it. That's nice. I like that. I can hear my kid, and I'm about to yell, quiet. Carlos, good night. Can I get another super chat or two? Wouldn't mind another shot. It supports the channel, helps us keep doing this kind of stuff. You guys know the routine. I hate to ask for it, but you know, sometimes it's disheartening to just be on a live and not get any super chats. It's like, So, I'm just, please, I'm a panhandler. Give me money. I hate asking for super chats, but tis the way of things. And I don't ask on these late night lives, generally. But, as I said, honestly, another $15 would be a good way to end out. Pretty all right number. We have 102 likes, which is awesome. Likes are a freeway, which is amazing, and you guys are really killing it with that lately, so thank you. By the way, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you click the notification bell icon to all so you don't miss anything. Check out the new join option. There's a join button down there. We have new ranks. Even if you have been joined for a while, the ranking system has changed for a new system, but it includes a bunch more stuff for your membership, so you can actually get more out of it. We have a Discord server now, the official Trekyards Fleet server, where you can go chat with us, go chat with other members from these lives, and have a good time. So we're trying to overhaul the channel completely. So this is the lead into Picard, and hopefully we can ride the Picard wave, get a bunch more subscribers, and really make this channel grow. So if you're able to, we'd really appreciate you checking out the join option. Anything you can do to help us out, even just sharing the content around. But We really appreciate all you guys and what you do. So, I hate that the Kelvin universe destroyed Vulcan, but it could be interesting to see the Kelvinverse be expanded on in Discovery. It could also be the drinks I have had speaking. Okay, in the Kelvinverse, Vulcans and Romulans live peacefully on Romulus or New Vulcan, 31st century. Montgomery Scott was language words. Montgomery Scott was demoted to a backwater assignment for losing the Admiral Archer's, it was implied, Beagle in a transporter mishap in the JJ-verse. Yes. Asking for super chats is why you have Samuel. He's a shameless huckster. You should try calling him Del Boy once in a while. I don't know who Del Boy is, so. But James Kirk puts in $14 Canadian. Thank you so much, Mr. Kirk, sir. And Fleetpaw throws in $10. Here's 2/3 of the way, according to Memory Beta. Archer died the 5th of July, 2245. Damn. Only fools and horses reference. Do we have a Discord Trekyards group? Would be fun. I don't know. So I just said we do. If you remember, check out hit the join button, check out your membership rankings. You'll see the Discord channel thing there. You should be transferred over already. But yeah, we do. There's two. But we are the official Trekyards fleet, the official Trekyards fleet Discord, so check it out. Austin Vera throws in $2. How would one get their fan designs on Trekyards? Just shoot us an email at trekyards@hotmail.com, and we'll let you know what's involved with getting that. We do a lot of fan designs. They're called Trekyards Originals, where we work with the designer, we create a history for the ship, we create statistics for the ships. We just fill in all the blanks if they have any. And we present it in a way that makes it feel like it belongs in universe. They get a ship model out of it, a 3D ship model. They get ship renders by Samuel. It's quite an awesome process. So, yeah, shoot us an email at trekyards@hotmail.com. Spike Psycho, energy weapons are line-of-sight weapons, which makes them impractical compared to missiles. Beam weapons require accuracy within 1/10,000th of a degree every 100 miles for a 50-meter target. Well, you just had to come in and ruin everything with math, didn't you? Cody Michaels, I can already tell Cap is in a better mood. Dave Duncan, same thing they should have done with Star Wars sequel. Give us the main cast together and then slowly hand off to new characters by the end. Yes, 100%. How am I just learning this? LOL, I am oblivious. Fail for Hezraz. Yes, you have failed, sir. Project Achieva, make sure the fan ship has the right blinkies. No, we'll make sure it has the right blinkies. I have listened to this channel for years. Sorry, Cap, I have been drinking, LOL. No problem. Math ruins everything, always. It's true, Cody. Planet X, I hope the first episode of Picard is at least an hour long. Wish they would release 2 episodes for the premiere like a lot of other shows these days. Who knows, they might. Math is my bitch. Still trying to send money, not working. Damn you, Google. Well, you can send it to PayPal. Just send it to trekyards@hotmail.com. Just let us know that you sent it to PayPal, and I'll read your comment or question via the email for PayPal. If you can't super chat, that's another way to help out. Ew, Matt, yucky. Sean says, hoping for a glorious send-off for the crew. As am I, yes. General Grievous. Hi, Oblivious. I'm General Grievous. Okay. Hi, General Grievous. Hit that like button if you haven't, guys. You know. Yeah. Thank you to everybody that super chatted. Much appreciated. That means a lot. More than you can imagine. It really helps us out. We love making this content. We want to continue to do so. So, yeah. Consider joining the Trekyards fleet by clicking that join button. You get a rank, you get a ship posting, and you get to see it at the end of every video. It'll have your name on a plaque. You'll know which ship you're serving on, which captain you're under. If you apply for the captain's rank down there on the join button, you actually get assigned a ship. That is your ship until you are not a captain anymore. Or if you go for admiral, you get a hero ship assigned to you or a hero station. And if you're Federation Council, you get your name on every one of the dedication plaques at the end of every video. You'll get to see your ship, animated form. You'll get to join the Discord server where you can talk with your crew of your ship. You can talk with us. You can have a good time on the Discord server and have a schedule of upcoming events, upcoming shows. There's a lot of great bonuses to the new way we're doing things. So I would suggest everybody go click that join button, see what the options are, and maybe join. Maybe join. Send them up in a blaze of glory. Send the F off with a warp core breach. Get the F out. Project Achieva. Oh yeah, I was late tonight. Thoughts on Enterprise F being decommissioned? I think it's fine. I'd never liked the Enterprise F, to be fair. The fact that it only has been in service for 15 years also doesn't bother me. The fact that it had multiple captains during those 15 years, that's a little concerning. But no, I think the 15-year thing is fine. The Federation flagship should be cutting edge. It should have the latest technology, so I have no problem with them retiring it. Plus, they did say it had a massive systems, how'd they word it? Massive systems compromised or whatever during the last mission. So that's why it's being retired. I have no problem with that. I kind of like that, actually. You could call it an F off. There you go. Peter Lukaku, though, $5. What ended up happening to the dolphins on Enterprise D or Galapagos turtles on Enterprise F? Seriously? The dolphins on the E probably got rescued. They didn't die in the crash. And on the Enterprise F, no. I don't think they would have the whale tanks on the Enterprise F. The F might. The E wouldn't, I don't think. But, yeah. Get the F out. Was that a WWF to WWE reference? Yes, it was. I'm glad somebody caught it because I've been saying it a few times over the past few lives and nobody's registered it. Get the F out. That was, a dark time in wrestling. Yes. Terrence Childs, I just realized I think it's time that we finally give Ben Maxwell his just due. The man was right. The Cardassians were arming up again. It's true. Michael Snyder, it bothers me. We go through enterprises like cans of soup. TMM, do you know what time Picard will pop up on Crave? I'm hoping 3. Crave is kind of iffy. Might be 10 after 3, might be quarter after 3, might be tomorrow, might be the day after. Who the fuck knows? For Picard, I'm hoping it's bang on 3 o'clock. Prodigy was pretty good. So hoping that the Crave is 3 a.m. Either the Dolphins on Enterprise D got rescued at the end of Generations or there was a fire sale on fresh sushi. Oh my god. Effin' Sasquatch killed my grandmother. Oh, the movie people, I'm so sorry. LOL, yes, dark time indeed. In real world, we still fly B-52s, it's true. I thought it was 3 Eastern, 12 Pacific. It is. 3 a.m. Eastern is when it comes out. That's 12 Pacific. Raymond Anders, hello, sir. Raymond, hey, I did a thing today. I recorded a video. It's going to be on the Captain Foley personal channel. It's coming out next Wednesday. Scheduled for release Wednesday, 8 a.m. So you're mentioned in it. You might want to check it out. So if you're not a member of the Captain Foley personal channel, go subscribe and check it out. Next Wednesday, though. Eric Martin, just woke up from a nap so I can stay up. Good. We've been on the air for over an hour. I was just kind of winding down, but I mean, if you want to keep me going, I mean, I got $20 super chats, shots going on. DeSerrano. Kind of up to you, man. I don't know when I'll be getting off here, though. Yes, I said getting off. Shut up. System 47, Mihu, counting down here. Yeah. Good to see you, System 47. Grant McGregor, It was always 11 p.m. when all the Star Trek shows popped up for me. Might be due to daylight savings when that happened. Hezra says, I joined Discord. Yeah, you did. Robert April, I suspect the Dolphins lodged a complaint with Starfleet regarding Troy being allowed to pilot the ship. Possibly, yes. Fleet Paw, oh, by the way, Stuart, I love the Wrath of Khan action figure review. Happy to have helped with the content. Yes, thank you so much. It really saved my bacon. It wasn't the best review. I kind of did new filming things with it up here. I'm not really 100% happy with it, but overall, it's not bad. Eric Martin, I have big sub sandwich in the fridge and everything. Don't say that. I've been wanting a Subway or a sub sandwich for like a week now. Oh my God. Now I'm going to have to order one, and I really don't need that in my life because I'm fat enough as it is. Why'd you have to say a sub sandwich? Now if you said substandard sandwich, then I'd be like, oh, okay. You know, it sounds gross. You go ahead and eat that. But Cody Michael says you beat me to the getting off comment. I knew I would. I knew I had to address it after I said it. So come on, Captain Foley. Let members of Section 31 into your organization. You will have complete and total plausible deniability. As a matter of fact, you will have no blood on your hands. Well, fine. Join. Go ahead. General Grievous, Captain said, shut up before I could make a snarky joke about getting off, and he read my mind. I can read all your minds, and y'all need Jesus. That's all I'm saying. Peter Lukaku, $2. You should be doing a 24-hour pre-show live. Yeah, but you know what? I have a life. So, you know. Project Achieva, I kind of want to sub now too, damn it. Try Miami subs, Philly cheesesteak. Subs are healthy, lean into that. They are healthy until you put on extra mayo and hot sauce and yeah. Grant McGregor throws in a $20 super chat. Your Kirk figure looks like David Tennant from the camera. Now here, enjoy Subway meat and bread. See, I might have to order a sub now after this live. And yeah, that does not look anything like Kirk. I actually kind of hate these figures. I don't know why I have them up. They're Diamond Select ones, and I just hate them. They don't look good. But Grant, I will have a DeSerrano shot for that super chat. Cheers to you. Cap, the TV adds 5 pounds. I think I look pretty good on the tube, to be fair. It's in person in front of the mirror or when somebody takes a picture of me that I'm not happy. Fleet Paw, you don't have to order. If there's a 24-hour grocery around you, get a loaf of Italian bread and all the cold cuts and make your own. Cheaper, and you'll have plenty of leftovers for more subs. The space shuttle fleet flew from 81 to 2011, and they could have kept going, but now a major space frame ship has a life of 15 years. Extrapolate that out, it'll be 1701Z in 200 years. But something happened to it during the whatever gambit that cause major systems problems. So the ship's compromised. So who knows what happened? That could be why they're getting rid of it. I have no problem with that at all. Oh, we're on a food tangent, and it's my fault. Dang it, now I want a sub sandwich. Frankly, I'll be less impressed with Trek merchandise. I've been less impressed with the Trek merchandise as of late. Yeah, Trek merchandise lately has sucked. In the 90s, we had lots of it. Some of it was really good, some of it was really bad. We had video games. Now there's just like nothing. Stuart still has a MySpace up. I do have a MySpace. I don't know if it's still up. And if you can find it, kudos to you, because it is still there. I think Sylvia checked on it like 9 years ago and it was still there. So if you can find it, screenshot that shit and send it my way. Because I don't know how the fuck I would access it now. Yeah, screenshot it and email it to Trekyards at hotmail.com, and I would love to see it. Grant McGregor throws in $5. You better not drink and drive. Here's a little for the Grubhub fee. Well, I'd probably use DoorDash or skip the dishes. Probably DoorDash, though. Peter Lukaku, my mom is 76 and she's doing a 24-hour live for Picard. That's cool. Brandon Carell, okay, I'll bite. Where do you order subs from at this hour? There is a 24-hour Subway in the corner of Wellington and Commissioners. Unfortunately, my favorite sub shop, Mr. Sub, is closed right now. But yeah, there is a 24-hour one, so should you ever need a sub, and it's not that far away, it's like 10 minutes away. But yeah, I would not drive, obviously. Cody Michaels, I agree. The Diamond Select ships are Chef's Kiss. The faces on the figures, on the other hand, well, just these big ones. The regular Diamond Select figures are actually pretty fantastic. I got a bunch of those downstairs, but Fleet Power, you know, I still have to do an unboxing and reaction of my Playmates TOS phaser for the group. I've just been lazy, and I don't have a good camera set up. Shame on you, Fleet Power. Captain Robert April, I'm thinking Playmates had a major brain drain over the years. The internet is forever. Terrence Childs, do you think the Alpha Quadrant will show any compassion, mercy, or understanding to the Kardashians? The Kardashians? No. The Cardassians? Yeah, probably. Dionysus says, that's why I'm happy that I'm the mad scientist type. I make my own Star Trek merchandise. I make my own luck. Michael Snyder. I'm from Indiana. I just work in outer space. Channeling Kirk. Ben Funboy. Might have missed it, but did you order the Tommy Enterprise? The Tommy Enterprise. Not Tommy. Tommy. Yes, I did. That'll be here in August. But I can't get it shipped to Canada, which is where I live. So I did order it and have it shipped to a friend in Michigan. So when it arrives there, I'll just go across the border, visit my friend in Michigan for the weekend, and then bring it back. And yes, that'll be a whole thing, a whole unboxing and presentation of that for you guys on video, because goddamn, man, goddamn. Yeah. Grant McGregor, for the comment about tons of toys in the 90s, I had the Tiger Direct TNG game, the one with Worf and Romulans. I got good enough where my end score went over the max score limit. Nice. Cody Michaels says, is Mezco the best Trek figures, or is it EXO? I'm not aware of any Mezco ones. I know the EXO ones are really great, but I don't know what the Mexco are. 24-hour subway, really? London is fancy. Not as fancy as you'd think. Not as fancy as it should be. General Grievous. As long as you have a smartphone from at least the past 2 or 3 years and a phone holder and use it in selfie mode to record. Michigan toy dealer, cough, drugs. Firehouse subs is pretty good. They are, yeah, they are very good. Very filling too. Robert April, the only real improvement with the new phaser over the old one is the inclusion of the stun burst sound. Otherwise, the addition of LED is silly, and I don't see good things with that trigger. I actually like the old Playmates phaser. It was beefier and chunkier than it should be, but I really like that though. I really like the old Playmates phasers, so. Shame they don't send it, the Tomy Enterprise, directly to Canada. It's Tomy, not Tommy. There's only one M. Tomy. Tommy. No, sorry, not Tommy. Tomy. My God. My brain. Tomy. Tomy, not two M's. Two M's is Tommy. That's a person. There you go. Robert April. You got it right. Tomy. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that 100%. I have to find a place for it. Luckily, the guy that I'm sending it to is a good friend of mine, first of all. Second of all, he's really into Playmates stuff. And as you guys know, I got the Playmates Enterprise, which is the same size as the Tomy Enterprise. I might do just a swap. I might give him that. Not to keep, not that's his, but I'll loan it to him. He can keep it at his house. And that way I can have a good spot for it. I might end up putting it up here and replace my model here, because I got the 350 TOS Enterprise here that I built, which is the same size as the Tomy one. And the Tomy one, I can turn the lights on and it'll be quiet. I think it'll be quiet. But yeah, there's my 350 scale. I might put the Tomy Enterprise there and have it behind me in videos. But I really like mine there as well. But if I turn the lights on, the nacelle, the Blizzard collectors are kind of loud, which is a shame, so. But yeah, so I don't know where I'm going to put it exactly. That's the problem. I'm kind of at a, space is at a premium here, at least until quiet moves out. Once quiet is gone, then we'll be a little bit better off with that kind of stuff. And I can actually display more things, so. Do you think Picard will drop at midnight EST? No, it will not. Kitchen table, yeah, no. I'm 100% sure you've seen the Mezco ones. 12-inch figures, if you looked them up. They made Spock, Trek Spock, McCoy, and Cage Spock. Trivia, US did test particle beam experiments in space. Only a few watt power, not because we could design a more powerful one. Simply meeting Global Space Weapons Treaty, now in Smithsonian. Nice. Fleet power, I will quit if you replace the 350 Enterprise, although I won't really quit, but still, the 1350 is a thing of beauty. Well, it is, yes, but Fleet power, the Tomy Enterprise is the exact same size. It's the exact same size, and it's die-cast metal. It's got lights. This is plastic with lights that I built. It's very nice, but we'll have to see. Plus, I don't think the stand on the Tomy one's as nice. It's a lot more involved because it's die-cast metal, so it's a lot heavier. The saucer section does separate from the ship, but I have a feeling that the stand is going to be fucking butt ugly when it's actually attached. And the saucer attaches with a screw, which you pop off the top impulse deck at the back of the saucer, you unscrew it, and you can take the saucer off. So it does screw into the main body, but I think it's too top heavy. So I think the stand they have is actually underneath the saucer as well, which I can't stand any Enterprise model that has anything holding the saucer up. I hate that. This has one simple thing. So this might stay here. The Tomy Enterprise might go somewhere else. I'm just not 100% sure yet. So that's kind of where we stand with that. So. Looking to get into Trek model collecting, maybe AMT or Diamond Select. Any models around the 100 or below range you recommend? Any of the Polar Lights models, or the 1/1000 scale, I would recommend. Very good prices, very good designs, very good builds. The 350 stuff, you're looking at 150 or so, just for the model kit. I paid 150 US for this model kit, and then 200 US for the photo etch, the weathering decals, and the lighting kit. So all that was more expensive than the actual model itself. But yeah, Polar Lights has some fantastic 1/1000 scale model kits. Eric Martin Cap. I have some room in my basement and my rates are reasonable. Terrence Child, is your 3D chess set real or is it for display? Oh, it's real. It's got all the little pieces. Gold and silver, and the attack boards move and everything. And yes, I know how to play 3D chess. Would be cool if the Tomy had hooks to hang it from the ceiling. Would be. The Playmates one has that, which is kind of a nice feature. Oh fuck! If you could hang the Tomy one from the ceiling, that would be amazing. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do that though. Cody Michaels, I was gonna sell my Mega Bloks Enterprise, but they only offered me 90 for it, so I kept it. You're the one that was gonna sell it. Yes, keep it. It's fucking nice, man. It's nice, and it's 350 scale. It's the same size as this. After I built mine, which I did a video on, the building of that, but when I did that, I compared it side by side with this thing. The Mega Bloks Enterprise is nice. The 40th anniversary TOS Enterprise for Diamond Select is nice. Robert April says, I got very lucky with the recent flash sale at Cult TV Man, a 1/1000 scale Voyager for only 20 bucks. What? That's very good. Ben Funboy says, LOL. Classic for real. In order for the 3D chess set to be just for display, it means you have to glue the pieces down. Yeah, no. Cody Michaels, it would be cool to put all these 1/350 Enterprises next to each other for comparison. I will probably do a video like that, yes. I was going to do a video with the Playmates one, with the Mega Bloks one, and my model side by side. I still need to do that. I might do that video sooner than later. We'll see. Well, a penny is very reasonable. There is a hole in that basement. Run before it makes you put the lotion on the skin. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. I bought my Mega Bloks Enterprise after I saw your review, Cap. Oh, did you? Oh, awesome. That final week just got here. You watching in 3 hours, Cap? Yes, sir. Peter Kako, Deanna Troy beat Data at 3D chess. That's when I knew she was the real deal. Hezraz says, I'm out. You all glad I could join along. See you later. See you later, Hezraz. Enjoy the Discord chat. General Grievous. Oof, I felt that. How big is the Playmates one? The Playmates one is the same size as this, only it's more disproportioned because but lengthwise, it's the same as the 350. But the saucer's much thicker, and because it's got to accommodate the Playmates toys and figures, so. But it's the same size. It's the same size as, it's like 32 inches long. Yeah, it's the same size. It's kind of weird. Classic for real. Fun fact, if you beat Data at 3D chess, you're qualified to pilot the Enterprise. That one guy from the one episode during the test exercise almost had it. Cody Michaels, I could swear you did that. Put the two next to each other. For the video, I did. For the video, I think at the end of the video, I have the 350 scale Enterprise and the Mega Bloks one side by side. I could swear I did it too. If I didn't do it in the video, I did do it for pictures, and I put those pictures on Facebook. I've shared the pictures. I also shared them on Twitter and stuff. of them side by side because they're very identical. Fleet Paw, check out my Mega Blocks Enterprise build and scroll to the end of the video and see if I have video of them side by side. I think I might have, but I'm not 100% sure. Do you think Starfleet will become a military after the Dominion War? More militaristic, yes. Classic for real, I'm more disappointed because LOL. It's more disproportioned because LOL Playmates. Yes. Eric Martin, maybe you can do a Picard Museum ship diorama in your basement. Space dock with all the ships around it. That would fill my basement. I don't want to hear about filling your basement. That's not my thing. I don't pitch for that team. So I'm not going to be filling your basement with anything. Spike Psycho, my ready room trinkets would contain rock samples from Earth system, planets, and moons. Tim Adkins, I saw there is a new Galileo model kit. Looks nice. Yes, it is very nice. I don't have it. I have no interest in really getting it, but it's got like a removable top and it's got a detailed interior. So, Robert April, I have not heard of this gigantic Playmates Enterprise. Fleet Paw, share the link to my Playmates Enterprise review, because yeah, it's pretty great. Colin Barrett, for all we know, Troy was at the helm of the Enterprise F when it was compromised. Spike Psycho, in fairness, Troika wasn't a terrible pilot. The Enterprise got hit by a cascade of antimatter explosions. Yamato was destroyed that way. These saucers survived. Cody Michaels, Captain Foley's Mega Blocks Enterprise review. That's the Mega Blocks one, but what about the Playmates one? Can somebody share the link for that? Where is Fleet Paw? Fleet Paw, are you falling down on the job? What's going on? I need the Playmates one because somebody wants to see it. The only Trek toy I have is a Season 1 TNG uniform Captain Picard action figure on my desk. General Grievous, fun fact, the emergency landing Kenobi did with half of my ship in Revenge of the Sith is called the Troy Maneuver. Your ship, huh? Uh-huh. Captain Robert April, the only new Playmates Enterprise I've heard of is a redo of the old one. That's the same size as the old AMT kit. Playmates. Sorry, was I saying Playmates? I mean Playmobil. Oh my god. Anybody that's been watching for the last however many minutes that I've been talking about Playmates is the Playmobil one. Sorry. Playmobil Playmates. You can understand the confusion. Playmobil. Playmobil. Not Playmates. Playmobil. Playmobil is the big one. It's the same size as the 350. Sorry, Robert April. Ben Funboy, I thought filling my basement was some kind of bondage thing. Yeah, big difference there. Yeah, there's a huge difference between the Playmates and the Playmobil. So my bad. My apologies. Things I love about the Playmates Enterprise. What? That's not my video. Oh, that's the old Playmates one. Yes. That is a Playmates video. It's not the Playmobil one, though. And even that one is... What the hell is this? When is this? 4 years ago. Got the VR set, too. My kids got me the VR for the PlayStation 4 for Father's Day. Yeah, they did. So I was playing that in VR last night. And the TNG one... Talk about Bridge Crew. But yes, keep an eye out. The pinup shirt will be available soon. Everybody's been asking for that one. That one's going to sell really well. And it'll be the next one we do. How about that? And just keep your eyes open for it. I'm late to the party. Where's the commander? The commander is... Commander is apparently loading. Anyway, that's not the one I was thinking of. I was thinking of the Playmobil one. Sorry, my bad. Big difference. You're right. I'm going to be fired as your commanding officer. Okay, what the hell happened? I've lost my... There we go. Love to get a Connie refit. Went by the local hobby shop last week and I Disco Prize model kit. The problem is that Disco Prize one from Polar Lights is 1/2500 scale, and it's the same size as a 1/1000 scale TOS Enterprise. Like 1/2500 scale should be small. Should be this big, right? But a 1/2500 scale Strange New Worlds Enterprise, it's like this big, because stupid. I miss that background. Do you? I don't. I don't miss that background at all. Eric Martin throws in $20. Looking a bit tired. Time for some Tranya. Tranya. I hope you relish it as much as I. All right, fine. Tranya. Tranya. Set that down. I gotta wipe this off because otherwise it gets really sticky. I didn't bring paper towel. And if I do this, everybody's like, ew, you licked your bottle. Yeah, because I'm the only one that fucking uses it, so suck it up, buttercup. But I stopped doing that because everybody's freaking out that I licked the fucking thing. But it's better than having a sticky lid that doesn't open. So, cheers to you, Eric, sir. Cheers. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Terminator. Away from keyboard. Wife wants toast. Make her some toast. Raymond Anders, Captain. Gotta go to bed. Gotta go. Bad storms coming through northwest Arkansas. Talk later night. Good night, Raymond. Like I said, check out the video on Wednesday. Playmobil Enterprise review. Again, because Foley confused the fuck out of me. Hey guys, Captain. When does Paramount Plus drop Picard? I forget. 12 a.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. or 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't agree with us. Need a GIF of that. LOL. A GIF of what? Because we can make GIFs. We can do GIFs and memes. That's what we're going to be doing a lot more of with these lives. So a GIF of what, General Grievous? Chris Jackson. I always wanted to ask you, Captain, do you like Kirk's red uniform better or the Pike version that was shown in Strange New Worlds? I don't like Pike's version. Now, when we first saw it, we're like, yeah, that looks good. But the more you look at it, the worse it gets. The white strap thing was like a faux leather, and it shouldn't be. It looks just like shit. The cut goes down like this. It looks really fucking lazy and cheap. It should be more crisp and more straight across. The striping on the legs is shiny material, which is really weird. The leather looking stuff on the top and the arms looks like the uniform is wet. Yeah, I much prefer the original, which Raymond Anders sent me this. I'm not sure if he's still here, but the Cosplayer's Guide to the Monster Maroon. This is all about the Monster Maroon, how to make one, what's accurate, what's not for it. That's the one to go with. Strange New Worlds one I liked at first when I first saw it, but the more I looked at it, oh, sorry, battery's dying. So that's one I prefer, the real Monster Maroon, the actual one. The one in Strange New Worlds looked good. I liked it at first. But the more you look at it, the uglier it gets. So. I only got 100-year-old scotch I was saving for you. I feel you, a glass. We drank him right under the table. Ooh, okay. The doctor. Ugh, I may not stay up. Oh, General Grievous says a gif of the bottle licking. Hey, there's been a lot of bottle licking. Cody Michaels, I wish they would drop the whole season like Netflix does. I'd binge all night. Yeah, but it works out better for us that they don't do that. So, The Doctor. I thought they did them at midnight EST. Disney was dropping new stuff at 3, 2. Chris Jackson says, I was thinking the same. But the uniform? Good man. Too many deltas on Pike's Monster Maroon. Yeah, new Monster Maroons, bleh. Hated it right away. Chris Jackson looked like it was made by pleather material from Ashley's furniture. Yeah, pretty much. Fleet Pal says the Pike version reminded me of Pike's green wrap with the leathery sleeves and fabric. It wasn't done well. Robert April is back. His wife has toast, and this is important. Fleet Paw says, and it looked like the badge was not proportioned to the original. Pike's Monster Maroon was a great value. Sam's Choice brand. The Doctor says, Captain, I had a hell of a time with making the maroons last year, hit a big snag, and now I talked to you before about making you one, but I can't even finish these. Apologies. No worries, man. Total random reviews. The Strange New Worlds was nice to see a design that actually looks like the original, but why bother when you can't put him in a real Monster Maroon? They are superior. Mike Field says, hey, how are you feeling? You have been down a lot lately. Time to take a vacation and recharge, bud. Hope all is well on the home front. Best wishes to you. Thank you, Mike. Much appreciated. I have been down just because of seasonal affective disorder and stuff. My vitamin D is super low. But I'm feeling better off and on. And once we're busy with Picard, hopefully that'll re-energize me a bit. So thank you for your concern. Much appreciated. Eric Martin, I forgot how big a foot long a sword it is. I have to pace myself. A foot long, you forgot how long a foot long is? Are you dumb? A foot long assorted, that's really good. Or the Italian BMT. Or just a BLT with extra bacon. I hate you so much. They can't help themselves. Put tiny deltas somewhere. Captain Robert April, I should check if my Monster Maroon if it still fits. Chris Jackson, General, you're being too kind. They look more like they came from Wish. Spike Psycho just got new hoodie designed as Picard's 2380s flashback uniform. Nice. Well, guys, we're coming up to that sweet 2-hour mark, which is kind of where I need to say goodnight. Only because, and I'm really having fun. I would like to stay longer. However, this phone battery is dying. And I do need to get some rest before 3 a.m. before the Picard thing, because I got a busy day tomorrow filming stuff for you guys. So I am going to call it quits. I would like to talk longer, but don't worry. I'll be back tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to do my first reaction review to Picard Season 3, Episode 1, which is entitled The Next Generation. And I'm looking forward to having a lot of great stuff to talk to you about. So, and yes, of course, we're back to talking about food. Why wouldn't we be? Because now I've got to debate whether I'm going to order a sub when this is all said and done. I think Eric owes me a sub at this point. He should order one for me. However, whatever. I can let it go. It's fine. But, he knew that would work. He knew that would bait me into thinking about a sub. So, you got to stop that shit, Eric. I'm just saying. Unless you're going to follow through and actually order me one. Anyhow. I'm excited to see Picard. Hopefully you are as well. I'm OT, and then he retracted his message. Okay, I see how it is. Anyway, I am going to let you guys go, and I will talk to you later. Like I said, tomorrow night, be here or be square. You know what that saying comes from? Be there or be square. The reason you're square is because you're not around. You won't be there. So you're not around. You're square. And yes, you are the master manipulator that I make you out to be. Don't even try to manipulate them into thinking that you're not. See, he's fucking at it again. Fucking guy. I'm telling you. And on that note, guys, hit like if you haven't hit like yet before I close out. If you want to super chat, cool. If not, cool as well. Also, if you're watching this after the fact, hit that super thanks button, and hit like if you're just watching this after the fact as well. Hopefully, it'll be a good run for Picard season 3, and we'll have lots to talk about and kind of revitalize our love of Picard and crew, and for Star Trek. So I'm gonna call it there. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have yourselves a great night, and I'll talk to you guys soon.